Chock Chapple was on the Golden Bachelorette for Joan, and only Joan. He revealed the moment he knew he had to apply for the show. Keep reading for all the details. Real reason Chock Chapple joined Golden Bachelorette. Chock Chapple ruffled feathers during his time on the Golden Bachelorette. Viewers felt he was too possessive over Joan. The other suitors accused him of stealing her away, so they couldn't spend time with her. But Chock knew from the first night he stepped out of the limo that she was the one for him. The producers played a clip during the after the final rose of the dizzying amount of times Chock said he was crazy about Joan. Luckily for him, the feeling was mutual. After saying a heartbreaking goodbye to runner-up Guy Gansert, Joan professed her feelings for Chock and he proposed. The newly engaged couple planned to split their time between Maryland, Kansas, and New York City. Joan and Chock joined the Bachelor podcast earlier this week. Chock was honest about what prompted him to join the show. According to the insurance exec, he was turned on by a sexy video Joan shared on TikTok. The video shows her transition between wardrobe. She went from wearing a bathrobe to a sexy, tight black leather outfit. He knew from watching the video that Joan Vassos was the one for him. Bachelor Nation fans love it. Bachelor Nation fans think that men and women joined the Bachelor franchise hoping to find fame, not love. It was a breath of fresh air for Chock to make it clear that he had an interest in Joan before he even met her. Check out the comments on a Reddit thread about the video. He's real for that Nicole. Och. So the craziness commenced way before limousine night, lol. No wonder he fell in love after 24 hours and wasn't shy about expressing it every chance/opportunity he had with her. Joan looks hot in that video. I mean, we want some people in the cast who are there specifically because they're into the lead. Glad it worked out for him. It just caught me off guard how horny he is, and I didn't realize it until the bowling date. What do you think of Chock joining the Golden Bachelorette after seeing a sexy video of Joan? Did he make the right decision? Sound off in the comments. Chock Chapple's journey on the Golden Bachelorette wasn't without its controversies. From the moment he stepped out of the limo, his intentions were clear and singular. Unlike some contestants who wavered or played it cool, Chock was laser-focused on one person, Joan Vassos. But the real reason he joined the show. That's a story that captured the attention of fans everywhere. Before the Golden Bachelorette, Chock Chapple was an unassuming insurance executive living a quiet life in Kansas. His days were filled with meetings, policy reviews, and the occasional round of golf. Romance, it wasn't exactly on his radar. That all changed one fateful evening when Chock, scrolling aimlessly through TikTok, stumbled upon the video. In the now famous clip, Joan Vassos transitioned seamlessly from a cozy bathrobe to a sleek black leather outfit. The transformation was magnetic. Her confidence radiated through the screen, and for Chock, it was as if lightning had struck. I remember sitting there, just completely mesmerized, Chock confessed during an interview on the Bachelor podcast. She exuded this incredible mix of elegance and playfulness. I thought, that's it, she's the one. The video sparked something in Chock that he couldn't ignore. That night, he made a decision that would alter the course of his life. He was going to apply for the Golden Bachelorette. Not for fame, not for adventure, but for Joan. The first night on the Golden Bachelorette was a whirlwind. As limousines pulled up and contestants introduced themselves, Chock's heart raced. He had rehearsed what he'd say to Joan 100 times, but seeing her in person, that was a whole new ballgame. She was even more stunning in real life, Chock recalled. When I stepped out of that limo and saw her standing there, I knew I had made the right choice. Unlike some of the other men, who spent the first night mingling and strategizing, Chock made a beeline for Joan. His singular focus on her didn't go unnoticed by Joan or the other contestants. Chock was intense, no doubt about it, said fellow contestant Guy Gansert during after the final rose. But you could tell his feelings for Joan were genuine. He wasn't there to play games. Chock's unwavering devotion to Joan quickly became a point of contention in the house. The other suitors felt he monopolized her time, often whisking her away during group dates or lingering during cocktail parties. Every time I turned around, there was Chock, contestant Barry Langston quipped. It was like he had Joan on a GPS tracker. The tension reached its peak during a group bowling date. While most of the men were focused on scoring strikes, Chock was laser-focused on Joan. He cheered her on with such enthusiasm that even Joan couldn't help but laugh. He was so into it, I thought he was going to jump onto the lanes himself, Joan later joked. But honestly, I found it endearing. Despite the grumblings from the other men, Joan appreciated Chock's passion. He made me feel like the most important person in the room, and that's something I really valued, she admitted. As the season progressed, it became increasingly clear that Chock and Joan shared a unique connection. During one of their one-on-one dates, Chock opened up about the TikTok video that inspired him to join the show. I wasn't sure how she'd react, Chock said. I mean, it's not every day you tell someone you fell for them over a social media post. But Joan was touched. It showed me how much he believed in us, even before we met, she said. It was romantic in a modern way. The finale was an emotional roller coaster. After a tearful goodbye to runner-up Guy Gansert, Joan chose Chock. Under a sky filled with fireworks, Chock got down on one knee and proposed. I came here for you, Joan, and only you, he said, holding out a dazzling ring. Will you make me the luckiest man alive? With tears in her eyes, Joan said yes. Since the show's conclusion, Joan and Chock have been inseparable. They've embraced a bi-coastal lifestyle, splitting their time between Maryland, Kansas, and New York City. We love exploring new places together, Joan said. But at the end of the day, it's not about where we are, it's about being together. The couple recently appeared on the Bachelor podcast, where they reflected on their journey and shared their future plans. When asked about the infamous TikTok video, Joan laughed. I had no idea that video would change my life, she said. It was just a fun little post, but it brought me to Chock, and for that, I'm forever grateful. Chock, ever the romantic, added, sometimes love finds you in the most unexpected ways. For me, it was a TikTok scroll, but I wouldn't change a thing. Bachelor Nation fans have been vocal about their admiration for Chock and Joan's love story. Social media has been flooded with comments and memes celebrating their unique journey. He's real for that, Ingle, one Reddit user commented, referring to Chock's admission about the TikTok video. Joan looks hot in that video, another fan wrote. No wonder he fell head over heels. Others praised Chock for his authenticity. We need more contestants like him, people who are genuinely there for love, one viewer tweeted. Even former Bachelor and Bachelorette stars have chimed in, applauding Chock for his honesty and commitment. Chock Chapple's journey on the Golden Bachelorette is a testament to the power of love and the unexpected ways it can manifest. What started as a casual TikTok scroll turned into a life-changing adventure, culminating in a beautiful proposal and the promise of a lifetime together. For Joan and Chock, the road to love was anything but conventional. But as they've proven, sometimes the most unconventional paths lead to the most extraordinary destinations. Bachelor Nation can't wait to see what the future holds for this dynamic duo. One thing's for sure, their love story is far from over.